Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading, and it's going to be messages from the universe. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which card has a message for you. We have pile number 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi Group 1. So I feel for this group, you guys are my beautiful star seeds. I just get this energy of like being, I'm hearing a God broke the mold when God created you. There's just this sense, I just heard miraculous. There's something about your energy that is so otherworldly. But what I'm hearing is you may have had challenges or be currently having challenges fitting into society, the 3D, some of the old structures, because I'm getting like having trouble, for example, working a 9 to 5 or having trouble, with capitalism and the ways and structures of the world. I don't know if this group you felt, I just heard isolated. I wasn't going to say that, but I felt the energy of feeling as though people don't always understand your journey, or perhaps even for you at times, you may have trouble understanding what your path is exactly. Because with this star born, I just keep hearing you were here to give birth to something. You were here to create something. And again, I feel like what you're creating it may be very unfamiliar to Earth consciousness or where the collective consciousness is right now. So again, I'm getting this energy of this beautiful star seed being born into the 3D, the physical, to create something, to help plant seeds that shift the collective consciousness. I feel for this group, even if you feel right now you're not truly living your purpose, or you may feel a little bit confused around how to proceed, what your perfect purpose is exactly. These are the energies I'm getting. Like, even at times you may struggle with self-doubt, or other people may not understand you or doubt you. But I just keep hearing, like, keep the faith, spirit, the divine, the higher realms are really seeing and recognizing you. You have this group, you have a lot of starseed family around you. I feel like sometimes you may have more support in the higher realms than you do in the physical. Especially with 5 of coins and Knight of coins. If for some of you, I keep getting this theme of perhaps having trouble working a 9 to 5 job, or having trouble it could be you're experiencing a lack of financial flow, or there are concerns around that. I feel like there's more abundance coming to you, and I'm hearing you won't always struggle, especially when it comes to income, but how you derive an income as well, because I feel like you are going to be very abundant and rewarded for your mission in the 3D, in the physical realm. Now, what your mission is specifically will vary for each of you. But again, it's something about planting seeds or helping people awaken. Even I'm getting people that are instrumental in creating new systems. Like, it could be like new educational systems, new lifestyles, new spiritual practices. There's pioneer energy here, but I feel like what you're creating for this group, this is like a star seed reading. What you're bringing to this earth, you've experienced or created in other realms, in higher realms. So it's like you were brought to earth, or you incarnated to plant. With King of Swords, it's like you aren't directly trying to force people to change their mind, but there's something that you're sharing or exploring that changes people's minds about their true nature, their identity, or even how the world should operate. Because for some reason I'm seeing this as a corporate ladder, and they keep showing me like feeling uncomfortable with consumerism, capitalism, especially for those of you who live in the West. I don't know, I'm getting themes of like minimalism, or at the very least shifting the values toward peace, prosperity, naturally, relying on God, source, the divine, as, directing your streams of income and abundance and providing for you. It's like, instead of scarcity mindset and competition and, ego-based conception, you're helping to move the collective into a prosperity mindset in the sense that we are all source, everything springs from the divine, everything is the manifestation or emanation of source consciousness. Very advanced teachings, but you are a front runner and you are ahead of your time. So while you may feel like an earlier part of your life, it's like you were either struggling or you felt left out in the cold or you just couldn't figure out where you belonged. And I feel that narrative really changes as the collective starts to ascend and are ready for your teachings or for something you're bringing in. I just heard thought leader as well. So for some of you, you could write or blog, or even I'm getting some of you may start like foundations or enterprises and businesses that kind of bring in this new energy or this new way of operating. But again, you're going to be, I don't want to say tested, but I feel like this group is going to have or has had a lot of dark night of the souls where your faith may have been challenged, because I feel like this is who you are, this is the energy you embody, but you may have been met or are being met with a lot of struggle and resistance and opposition, but it's because your vibration and frequency is far more advanced than people around you. You have a really strong connection to ancient Egypt, ancient Atlantis, and you're definitely star seeds for this group. I feel like for this group, you've either spent more incarnations in other realms, or, you may have had a lot of earth lives, but you outgrew it. Because I'm getting almost like someone that volunteers to come back to earth. We have Herkimer Diamond, yeah. With great pressure comes and creates great beauty and great faith. Resurrection, commitment, purification, devotion. And it's really, that's what I meant with tested. I'm getting your faith tested, your devotion tested, sitting above the 8 of Cups. But all you have in that card is the light of the moon guiding you. And I feel for this group, they're saying, don't lose hope, don't lose your faith. Some of you may feel like it's taken so long, or it's been too long. Maybe I won't live out my purpose, or maybe I can't create change and shifts in the physical. And it's as though spirit is coming in, letting you know, no, like what you're envisioning for yourself is on point. You can do this. We have secret garden, sacred space, cultivate your space, inner beauty, self-care. Yeah. For this group, a spiritual practice is instrumental, like essential. I'm hearing meditation, yoga, like having really literally grounding or earthing yourself in nature. I'm getting weird energy running down my neck and shoulder. I don't know if someone's experiencing that, but I just felt that. You may have a lot of energy surges. It's almost like heat, because it feels a bit like, do you know when you experience Kundalini energy rising? Kind of that vibration. I don't know, your energy is really potent, but being out in nature. And again, I'm not a medical professional, so if you feel you're having unusual symptoms or something more serious, go to a doctor. But I feel like there's something about your frequency or your energy field that's really significant. You may feel like, because they're showing me dynamite, like someone that's, your energy is so potent that when people may react very strangely to you. I don't know, like it could at times make people uncomfortable, or you just carry a lot of light in your energy field. And I feel for some of you, you may be going through some activations. They keep showing me like white, and I'm seeing the light body, the Merkaba. So you could be going through some symptoms there as well. Crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. Did I say something about the beginning around miraculous energy, or something about you being a miracle? I can't remember. But I feel that's the energy I'm getting. You're just so in a league of your own. Yeah, an anomaly, a pioneer. I just keep hearing your energy signature is very unusual. But people may not understand your path fully. This reminds me of the picker card as well last week. Was it group 3, the 1111 card? That's what it's reminding me of. But I just keep hearing like, yeah, look at the light. The purity, your heart and your soul and your energy is so, so pure, and you carry a very high frequency, but not everyone who interacts with this energy is going to be comfortable. It could be quite overwhelming. You may literally initiate or activate other people. For those of you who have gifts with energy healing, I feel like you do. Even if you don't work and give energy sessions, you have that effect just with people that you interact with or people that walk past you. There's something really powerful and potent about your vibration and about your energy. I keep hearing faith creates miracles. And it's like, but I just feel you will be tested or have been tested in this life around your commitment, your faith in spirit, in the divine. I feel for this group, if you have felt different or isolated at times, you've had to really lean on spirit and the divine. And I'm seeing someone that meditates daily, reads spiritual texts, does yoga. I just see you really, you know, leaning on that foundation. Yeah. Some of you may really resonate with being Arcturian. So we have Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. Again, head of your time. With Page of Coins, you're here to plant a seed or plant seeds in consciousness that help to bring in the new earth, a higher level of being. I feel for this group, a lot of you are Arcturians or you've had incarnations there. And it's funny that we have crown chakra with these downloads. But yeah, you radiate a lot of light codes. Part of your mission and what you're here to do is actually just to bring in these frequencies through, you know, through your embodiment, through living your life. So even if you feel like you haven't yet created, you know, the right venture or book or whatever you feel called to do on a soul level, because I feel like there is a practical aspect to your purpose as well. Just you being here, embodying this beautiful energy also helps other people heal. And look at the card beneath it. Galactic guidance, star family, assistance, cooperation. Again, you have so much support on a soul level from your star family, from spirits, from guides. Yeah. And again, I feel like for this group, I just heard you may be telepathic. You definitely are a channel. You receive a lot of downloads from spirit, but you may feel like a closer bond with the divine and with higher realms and spirit beings and light beings than you do with human beings. I don't know why that's coming through so strong, but I'm hearing don't doubt, you know, your connection with the divine and, you know, what you're here to create. You have oneness, so unity, consciousness, balance, patience, divine, masculine. I feel like you're here, and look at this shaman here. You may have a connection to shamanic practices, or you may have been a shaman in a past life. I'm also getting, I feel like there's a statue of the Buddha in the back. But with this card, I feel like you're here to balance out, you know, patriarchal or masculine energies, to bring in more, you know, feminine energy, to help to, I'm hearing, create unity or create awareness of unity consciousness, that we all have, you know, masculine and feminine energies within, that we all can create that balance internally, which will be reflected in the physical world. With King of Swords, there's new ideas you're here to bring in, whether it be through a blog, a book, a business. I've just heard a non-for-profit, because you have wow, teaching. Depth of experience and healing, teacher and mentor, share wisdom. Again, you're a very advanced soul. You run very deep. And I feel eventually with Five of Pentacles, if you're not currently making an income or deriving an income through sharing your wisdom or teaching or healing in some way, I see that for you. Ether and matter, spiritualized matter, new life, sparkles, bedding in the light. For this group, again, you need to spend time daily, I'm hearing, in divine practice, like meditate. You may just have a really high need for meditation or really connecting with spirit. Yeah, but see, I feel like this is a light being. For some of you, when you meditate, you have a lot of light beings around you, supporting you and giving you information. I have two more oracles. We have Cosmic Flower. The frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. And you also have Dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. I'm seeing this as your energy field because you've had a lot of incarnations in different realms. That's why your signature is so unique. And I think I said something, I just saw 1444 on the timer, so that could be significant. I feel as though, didn't I say something about dynamite? There's something very potent about your energy, or it's like you're here to plant certain seeds in people's consciousness just through your energy field. And that's, I don't know, it's like it activates people around you. But again, with dynamic, I get unique. Your energy is very unique. You're a character. And I feel like if you've had experiences, I just saw 1515 on the timer as well. If you've had experiences where people have misunderstood you or you felt unseen, I feel like that will shift as the collective consciousness rises. And I feel like that will help as well for those of you who are trying to attract, whether it be clients, a following, something you're doing in the physical and material world. I see your finances and flow of abundance improving from doing what you love or sharing your beautiful energy from how you show up in the world. It's almost an energy of good karma and grace, karmic grace. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 2. I just heard your tears are going to turn to jewels and gems. There's this sense with this group, because when I look at this violet amethyst, I always think of the violet flame. Or I think of third eye chakra as well, actually. But I feel like you have lived through or been through a lot. Like not only in this lifetime, in many lifetimes, because I'm getting this, it's almost like a warrior, a really strong, powerful energy. But I feel like you've had to, not warrior though, like warrior of the heart. You know, your heart is so powerful and you carry so much love that you can hold the light and faith no matter how broken your heart is or how many times you experience, whether it be betrayal or disappointment or heartbreak itself. Yeah, because it's like you come back every time with such strength, such wisdom, such beauty. But this is an incarnation for this group where you will have to go through a lot of healing, at least maybe earlier on in the journey. Because I keep seeing with this tower under the 10 of swords, like a lot of unexpected twists or turns or betrayals. It's like things, you may feel, oh, things are going one way, or you feel really hopeful, and then it takes a turn all of a sudden and it's like things crumble and you're like, oh, where did that come from? Or why did that happen in that manner? And just get this sense of being blindsided. But what I'm hearing with 10, 10, 10, that cycle is ending, because they're showing me someone that the first chapter of their life or a significant chapter of their life was very challenging or very painful. And then they move into this beautiful phase where they're grounded, they're abundant. It's like they earned the jewels from the tears is what I'm hearing. There was some sort of wisdom you needed. I'm hearing for some of you, you're healers. And perhaps there's certain things that you learned through your own experience of transformation and healing, gems that you're going to share with others. So you may have had to endure, for example, a lot of karmic connections, a lot of breakdowns in connection or emotional wounds, so that you could heal yourself and bring this to the collective or a collective. Yeah, because now I'm looking at this fire, but I just saw a phoenix in my mind's eye. So I'm getting that sense, really strong transformation. But again, you hold such light that it's like, even if for most people, I feel like what you've gone through would break them or break their faith. You know, they may have a lot of trouble kind of bouncing back from these energies. But it's like with a star, you keep wishing on a star, you keep looking to the heavens, to the divine. You've held that faith. If anything, I feel like the challenges have made you stronger in regards to your faith and your belief in the divine. And if you are going through a rocky time or this energy is still clearing out for you, I'm hearing keep the faith, because you are moving into a time that's a lot more, I'm hearing steady or stable. I'm seeing someone that keeps getting the rug pulled from under their feet. Like they feel like, oh yeah, like I found my person, or I found my passion or my business or project. And then it's like, oh, gone. And it keeps, I know I'm hearing like twist of faith, and it was by divine decree, but it may not have made sense to you logically or intellectually when it was happening. It could have tested your faith. Yeah. Look at the depiction of, see how this tree is growing through that skull, through death and rebirth. It's like, I just keep hearing your soul grows or can expand through anything, but it's like, you have that capacity to transmute energies. We have the Empress tree, catalyst for change, clarity, freedom, unbinding. It's like going through certain hardships or endings made you into the Empress or Emperor, helped you step into this divinity and divine authority. But there were gems or things you learnt through those experiences. I'm just hearing you may have a connection to the trees, because we have Druid and Tree Keeper beneath it. So there could be some significance around, Druid, or being out in nature, being around trees, the forest. But I just keep hearing, like there was a lot of catalysts or people, situations that came in that were there to trigger or reawaken you to some degree, or bring something to the surface. But you may have misperceived it, because we have perception versus reality here. As, say you meet a soulmate and there's a really deep bond and love, and you think, oh, yep, like this is my person, they're going to stay in my life long term. And then they leave after 2 months. Like, I just keep hearing being blindsided. But again, it was there. It was out of divine love, so that you could step into your highest vibration, so that you could embody this energy. I also feel that there's an energy here of trusting the unknown and trusting the flow of life. Trusting with rewild, it's like, if some of you could have like fixed energy in your chart, but there's a sense of being more flexible with how things appear or how things come into your world with rewild. You also have Akashic records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom. Look, freedom. It was designed to set you free, so that you could see which karmic patterns kept you stuck. So you may feel the first part of your life, I'm hearing childhood, connections, relationships were incredibly karmic, or you couldn't make sense. I just keep hearing being blindsided or not understanding why things like, you're a beautiful person, and yet you keep having people say betray you over and over, or I don't know, like things falling apart unexpectedly. And you question, like, why does this always happen to me? Or what is the purpose? But it was linked to patterns in past lives, especially for this group around love or relationships. You could have been healing from a pattern like codependency, or, overgiving, needing to set more boundaries. That there's some sort, and it will be different or vary for all of you. But I just keep hearing there was some sort of karmic patterns that you wanted to clear completely in this lifetime. And I keep hearing for you in this incarnation, the slate is clear. The slate has been cleansed. And I feel like you have been able to transmute a lot of energies. You may resonate with Hatha as well. The Hathas. I'm getting Venus, Venusian energy, especially with the Empress here, Taurus and Libra. So we have light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. Part of why you experienced this as well was so that you could reclaim your power, so that you could understand just how powerful and strong you are through what you've had to endure and what you've been able to transform and transmute. Because I keep hearing for this group, nothing can break you. You may have incarnated on the planet Venus, or I just get a lot of Venusian energy in this group. But this is what I was saying about karmic clearing, because it's like that with this light immersion, I feel like you've cleared any of that density, those vibrations, so that you can step into your highest expression and your highest fulfillment. And that's why I'm saying, like, tears turn to jewels or gems. It's almost as though that pain, those wounds, those lessons are precisely what led you into your power, but I'm hearing into your success. Because with the Ten of Pentacles, I do feel for this group, you have the capacity to really create a legacy. Especially, I feel some of you are healers, or there's some, or you're sharing wisdom, or you're inspiring or motivating others through your own story, what you've endured and who you've become in that process. It's like a testament to the human will, or the I shouldn't just say human will, to be honest, because it's also your spiritual, your soul. But it's like the human spirit can always triumph over anything. Root portal, vitality, stability, and survival. Fearful. We have master number 33 over the Ten of Swords. This is what I was saying about having the rug pulled from underneath you, especially with this tower here as well. I feel like you may have had experiences or encounters where, you know, you thought things were going to go one way, or you had faith and then you were blindsided, or something came unexpectedly out of the blue and it was confusing, or you couldn't make sense of why or what was happening. Look, transformation, metamorphosis, synchronicity, the unexpected, and the Chariot. In this life, you are destined to have a lot of quick turns of fate or luck. And that's what I was saying. But I feel like it goes from more hardships in the earlier phase, and then you close out that cycle, and it's like massive. It could be a massive windfall of abundance that comes from success, or something you shared from this period, from suffering or challenges or difficulties. You gain a level of wisdom that really transforms you, not only your life, but the lives of others. And Spirit kept wanting me to say with this Ten of Pentacles, stability is coming. If you have felt like, oh, like I can't take any more, what is with all these shifts or challenges? I feel like you are moving into a time where your relationships will be more long lasting, your abundance is stable. You know, you feel not set on your life purpose, because we're always evolving and changing in terms of what we want to do and how we're showing up in the physical, but you have a clear idea, or you have a solid, you know, business or project that you're working on. Arcturians, pure white light, DNA healing, sacred geometry. So full system upgrade, DNA healing, pure white light, light immersion. There's something about your energy, or it's almost like that light body is being healed, is being transformed. There's no imprints from past lives anymore. There's no more karmic energy. And that's why I was seeing with this violet flame, you liberated yourself from old timelines. You liberated yourself in the sense that for some of you, I feel like you are very awakened and you have an understanding and awareness of spirit and why you're here. You also have cosmic heart source. Source of all, true home, just be, heart connection. And I feel like this deep connection with source and with your own heart, because it's been purified, it's been cleansed, it's been healed. Some of you are master numbers, because with healing we have 29, 11, and we had 33. We have the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. Again, I feel like you may teach people. You may resonate as well with being, I definitely feel this group, you could be starseeds, but you could be Arcturian as well. But I feel like you're here to teach people something around healing, how to heal the heart space, why things happen in our lives, in our incarnation, help people find that wisdom and that hope again. Divine feminine energy. The frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. And then we have source of all, heart connection, so unity consciousness. You're helping to usher in this higher vibration of, I'm hearing through connection with your heart, you connect with all of life. And I feel like you may be teaching or guiding people to really understand that. But for this group, you really embody this beautiful divine feminine energy of healing and receptivity. And your purpose may involve bringing that energy to others, holding space, helping people see how to, I'm hearing also emotional healing specifically, or healing the heart from, for example, love connections or relationships that have been karmic or challenging or traumatic. Teaching people how to transmute energy here with the violet flame, how to liberate themselves from old stuck energy or old narratives about who they are or what they can have. I feel like because you're quite elevated in your energy and your awareness, you may bring this elevated energy to other people and to the collective so that they can also learn how to, whatever the process you went through in terms of your personal healing, there's gems in it that you are going to share, or you may literally share, like I'm getting like a biography, or some sort of, you could write a book or a blog where you are detailing some of the experiences you went through and where you are at now and that process. And it's like it creates a healing effect on other people or the people around you. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, Group 3. I love how your crystal mirrors the colors of this card. It's really beautiful, but I'm getting the message for you is around, I'm hearing there's unseen forces, or the spirit world is at work or at play in your life. You're going through some sort of transformation, especially energetically and spiritually, but you may also be asked to leave behind certain fears. With the Nine of Swords and Three of Swords, you may have thoughts or beliefs that talk you out of your potential. Or with the Hangman over the nine of Coins, feeling as though, because I'm getting fear around using your talents, or some sort of fear around whether your talents will be, will be seen, or whether you're ready to speak up. There's your life purpose, or there's something you want to do, I feel, for many of you that involves communication, or there's a change happening around that throat chakra. But it involves either putting yourself out there, being seen, I'm hearing speaking up, but there are still some, I feel, energies like limiting beliefs, thought patterns, fear that is blocking this process. But I do feel you're going through a massive, I'm hearing ascension, upgrades. There's a lot of changes, like shedding process. You may resonate that right now you're in the midst of a spiritual awakening, because that's what I'm feeling. And again, we can go through many awakenings and many phases of ascension and growth. But right now you're leveling up, but on the surface it may look like nothing is happening, that it's still. So Spirit is confirming to you, you are moving into a new level of consciousness. And from that, I feel like you're going to be guided to say something, speak up, to share something. There's something that the divine wants you to give birth to in the physical, but not until this process is done. So part of why you may feel held back, or you may be holding yourself back, is the timing is not quite right as well. Because I feel like there's a little bit more shedding. Because I feel with this Hanged Man, it's like, I always see this as spirit like shaking you. So like all the limiting beliefs or the energies that don't serve you just fall out, fall away. So you may be feeling as though a lot is falling away, or you need to let go of a lot, but you're definitely in the middle of a spiritual awakening for this group. And I'm hearing trust the process, even if your eyes, your physical sight may deceive you, because it may look like things aren't happening, or you may feel confused or discontent in some sort of way, but it's like it's going to turn out in your favor, or things are going to shift for the better. I just keep hearing it's going to require trust and faith. I keep seeing 999 as well. So you may be seeing a lot of nines, but you're definitely closing out a cycle. And you're letting go, I just heard, of the fears that bind, the fears that hold you back, because I feel like you're stepping into a brand new phase, a brand new cycle. There are going to be new opportunities and new energies, new people that come into your world. But right now, again, it's like they're showing me like a cocoon. You're still in that cocoon, or there's some changes that have to occur first before you're able to kind of see progress in the physical world, or gain traction in the physical world. You have here sectarian nodules, way shower, shake up the system, cellular upgrades. So again, way shower, you're definitely here to be seen in some way. And it'll vary for all of you what that looks like. But I also get with this card, you are definitely going through energetic changes. And I was getting that originally. Like you may start to feel really different within yourself, within your body, like a new, you're giving birth to a new self is what I'm hearing. And obviously that self always resided within. It's actually more of who you authentically were at a soul or source level. But I don't know, it's like you're reaching levels that perhaps were not available to you previously. But it's like you have to be in a very specific energy or level of consciousness for you to speak or share or create something in the physical, because it's coming from that higher level of consciousness. And you can't carry, you know, this can be like past wounds, fears, self-doubt, that can't come with you for you to embody this energy or for you to be in this vibration. Yeah, definite huge spiritual awakening. And, you know, you may think, oh, I've already had awakenings, but this may be the biggest awakening to date, where it's, because I'm getting, it's like you may feel within a, you know, a shortish period of time, I'm a completely different person. Like I don't recognize myself. Look, mushroom magic, communication, exploring new states of consciousness, untapped potential. Exactly. So you're heading into a new and higher state of consciousness, and there's something that you are going to create that you have not yet done, or there's a level of mastery and success, especially around your communication skills, that you're about to achieve. If you have felt blocked in the past from doing what you love, or from speaking up or sharing yourself, because I'm getting, there could be a fear here of persecution or being seen, or, you know, if I rise, see how this woman is literally levitating. There could be fear as well of speaking up or sharing your gifts. But it's like this woman is rising above or levitating, but it's worried about other people's reactions. Like, are people going to come for me? Or, you know, who am I leaving behind? Like, there could be some persecution fears subconsciously. You have Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. Yeah, allow yourself to be weird is what I'm hearing, or allow yourself to be different, unusual. You may have a connection to ancient Lemuria. You may love the water as well. But you're here to show a different way. You're here, because I'm hearing the age of Aquarius is really important for this group. You could be an Aquarius or have Aquarius on the North Node, or there could be something significant about Aquarian energy for you. But it's like for you to really fulfill, you know, your purpose and live as your best self, there has to be comfort with being different or being unusual or taking the road less traveled, or being really open. For some of you, you're meant to lead the way in terms of your awakenings. And this could be like really speaking on or expressing your spiritual awakening, or certain things that you've realized. You may be communicating truths that come to you about or through this awakening. Like, you may have a lot of downloads from spirit. You may start writing something, wanting to share something. Have Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. Again, this is a level up in terms of your awakening, recognizing that there is only source, there is only God, and everything emanates from within, from the consciousness within. Because I just heard the world is a mirror. So I feel, and again, look at your cup overflowing. Right now is really a time. There could have been some heart healing, because this is sitting over the Three of Swords, and I am seeing this as your heart space and this energy as love. You may resonate as well. I'm seeing violet in your energy field, and also gold. Also indigo for some of you. But I just get this energy that you're reaching new levels when it comes to connecting with self or certain spiritual truths due to this awakening, due to this shift in your consciousness. And it's like from your overflowing cup of wisdom, of love, of divinity, you then share this energy with others. Look, throat chakra. You have throat portal, speak your truth, courage, suppression. With the Hangman, you may not feel ready to do this just yet. Like, there are changes happening within you. You are going through some sort of healing phase. You are ascending. But there is going to come a time on the other side of this where, again, I keep hearing you're communicating something. There's something about your voice. Could be written or written communication as well, but it's like you're sharing something. You have adventure, innocence, play, discovery. There's a new portal opening to you. But remember I said the world is a mirror? See how this fairy is kind of looking back at itself. Like, see, number one, here she has wings. So there's a sense of seeing, truly knowing yourself as your divine self. Can you see the key here as well? It's like understanding that the world is the mirror or understanding that what you hold within your consciousness is reflected outward. It's like you've unlocked a level of wisdom or spiritual mastery that you can then share with others. I feel like this reading is really deep for all groups. This is kind of like a universe / soul mission / starseed reading. But I feel, yeah, for this group, there's something pivotal with the lovers beneath it. It's like there's a new portal or a new path that's opening to you that I think is going to be frightening, because it definitely involves being seen or sharing your voice in the world on social media. That could be the reference to Aquarius as well. You could have an online business, or there's an online or social media presence that's instrumental to this. Look, you have another one, arise. Again, ascension, rising, know and flow as the love you are, bliss. So you're reaching bliss or higher states of consciousness here where you embody this divine love. Look at as well, third eye chakra activation. I'm hearing you're seeing clearly as well. And look at the card beneath it, awakening. So you have arise and rising and awakening. Know who you are, DNA activation. You may be getting a lot of synchronicities or ideas with this Page of Swords, because here we have the third eye and here we have the crown chakra illuminated. Meditation and yoga could be really valuable for you as well if you feel guided to either practices. But there's a sense of, again, we're seeing cellular upgrades, DNA activation. You're definitely going through an ascension and a spiritual awakening, but I feel like it is preparing you for something you communicate with this Page of Swords, or through this ascension, you're going to receive wisdom or spiritual truths that you're communicating with others. Look again, communication. There's so many synchronicities for this group. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. There's definitely healing of the heart chakra, the higher heart chakra, filling it and flooding it with divine love. But I keep hearing there's something you're definitely here to communicate. And it's funny, it says in all forms. Could be through social media, writing, speaking, doing videos, podcasts. We have fertility. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. You have bliss, you have joyful, and I've seen courage for you twice. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. I already mentioned you're going to be unrecognizable to yourself and others through this ascension and through this growth. But I'm also hearing, didn't I say something, was this a group where I said you have to be in a particular level of consciousness to create this? And we have from our consciousness into a new, for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness. And it's like when you embody or you reach this level of awakening or awareness, that's when this idea is going to flood through. That's when you're going to be really called to a particular, with the Page of Swords, I'm getting this is a project, a download, a business. There's something that Spirit is going to share or show you directly to create, especially with this third eye energy. There's definitely an upgrade to your third eye and your crown, so you can receive more guidance and knowledge. But I'm hearing some of you may hesitate, and there is going to be a little bit of fear when this idea comes through or when you're prompted to start taking action. But I feel like you will have grown and transformed to a level where those subconscious fears have been transmuted, but there's always a little bit of fear when we take those steps. And Spirit is saying, what's the saying? Feel the fear and do it anyway. I see you being in that energy, being really brave, but not yet is what I'm hearing. It's not quite time. It's like you will know, you will receive this idea and you will feel ready, even if you are a little bit afraid, to take action. And that's when you start moving in, or your spiritual growth and transformation is going to be more more visible in the physical world. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Okay, group 4. I just heard for this group, your life is a living prayer. And it's so ironic that you have the prayer card and then you have this depiction of the Empress praying and you see that veil. I'm hearing for this group, you guys are definitely mystics. I feel like you've had lifetimes, monastic lifetimes where, again, I'm getting like monk, nun, just very, I just heard in love with the divine. the embodiment of divine love and divine beauty. There's just a beautiful energy here. But I'm hearing as well, especially with this rose quartz, I'm getting heart chakra energy. Your heart's dreams and prayers and desires are about to be answered. Yeah, I'm getting hold the faith. You may want to spend time in prayer as well. But I'm almost getting this energy of like Mother Teresa, Mother Mary, divine feminine saints, Kuan Yin. Just really beautiful energy. And I feel for this group, you have a lot of like masters or higher spiritual beings that are or embody that divine feminine energy. So you may resonate with Mother Mary, for example, or you may pray to Kuan Yin. There's just this sense of you having a lot of, I just heard Isis as well, but there's just really beautiful energy here. This group, you learn how to really step into and balance that divine feminine energy. But not at the expense of the masculine energy, but I just feel there's something about being in flow with, because when I think of divine feminine energy, I think of receptivity and flow and surrender. There's something here you've mastered, and that's what is bringing in the blessings from the unseen with the high priestess and the hermit. Again, I feel this group, you may be very advanced spiritually, or you may have a very advanced practice. Like I'm seeing someone that's reading a lot of spiritual texts. You may resonate with some of you may also, because I'm getting, this won't be true for all of you. Like some of you may just be spiritual, but some of you could be spiritual and, still believe in Jesus and Christianity, or it could be Buddhism. Like you may take themes I'm getting or read texts like religious or spiritual texts, because I'm getting something about spiritual study as well. And obviously when we think of the Christian, I'm thinking of like Christian mystics. Isn't it like Meister Eckhart, Teresa of Avila? This is the energy I'm getting. I don't know if you've read some of their works or books, but obviously they were Christian mystics, but they understood that everyone and everything is source. That's what I'm getting, where it's like blending the faiths, or seeing the link between different spiritual or religious traditions and orders. But you have spent other incarnations, I feel for some of you, as a nun or a monk. And it's like you have this deep connection to the divine. Like it's like your faith, you have such beautiful energy, because I feel like I'm just being carried in this divine river, this love flow state. And I feel like it's going to manifest a lot of beauty for you. And I feel like even when you're confronted with death, with darkness or a dark night of the soul, or you have to let go of someone or something, you always know how to regenerate or replenish yourself emotionally. Like I feel like it never, I don't want to say it doesn't rock your faith, or you don't have times where you may feel, uncertain or in pain, but it's like how to not bounce back, but hold the faith, hold the higher vision with this eagle eye view. So I feel like this reading is really asking you to continue with what you're doing, because you're on the precipice of really beautiful manifestations because of the energy. It's like you're a walking miracle, or you're a walking expression of divine love. That's what I'm getting. We have aquamarine and white lily. Go again, purity. Purity of heart, purity of, I feel like I just heard God can't resist a pure heart. And this is why people may look at you, or they will look at you in the future and think maybe luck, or how do they manifest this, or how do they keep attracting these experiences? It's the purity of your heart and your faith. Divine mother, Shekinah flow, detach. You've mastered the art of surrender, of letting go, of trusting in the divine. Trusting in what's meant for you, not holding on to anything. But it's funny, I was seeing divine mother energy here as well. You definitely have the presence of divine feminine saints around you. Pixie helpers and green aventurine. And look, when I think of frogs, I think of emotional cleansing. Not all wanderers are lost, clearing the way, luck, opportunity. Yeah, like you are entering a phase where blessings upon blessings are just going to fall into your lap or fall at your doorstep. And if someone is an onlooker and doesn't understand the spiritual path, they, like, to them, miracles are not normal. But for you, you embody that divine. I'm getting A Course in Miracles. Some of you may be studying A Course in Miracles, reading A Course in Miracles, and that's a book that's channeled by Jesus, because I keep getting references as well to Christianity or Mother Mary, Jesus, but you may not be, you know, religious or Christian in a really, this isn't like fundamental Christianity. This is like, spirituality and Christianity. Like, I'm getting, like, again, Christian mystic is what I keep hearing. And I'm getting references to that. And again, that won't resonate for all of you, but there could be something about A Course in Miracles or something you're reading that is significantly, because I'm hearing the phrase from A Course in Miracles, miracles are a shift in perception, or essentially a shift in consciousness. And that's what I feel. There's something around the energy you're embodying or what you're learning, your spiritual practice, that is creating this elevation and these prayers being answered. I got 3 cards from this deck for you. We have pilgrimage, sacred site. I don't know if you wear a veil. We have veils here as well. I'm hearing you may be drawn, again, to different religious traditions, but there's something about wearing a veil, or you've worn a veil in other incarnations. You may have been, look, and a veil, or cape, or covering. I'm hearing the crown. Pilgrimage, sacred sites, grid work, dragon energy. But you may be drawn to explore or study a lot of different religions or spiritual texts, or you could have been born into one religion, but then you start to see the beauty in others, or you start to become more expansive or inclusive in regards to spirituality. Yeah. You also have solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, willpower, with justice here and balance. That's what I was saying before. You know how to balance this divine feminine with divine masculine, but this lifetime for this group is more about surrender and flow with the divine. You're embodying more of a divine feminine receptive energy, rather than, like, you know, when I think of inner fire, I think of, you know, passion, go-getter, warrior energy. I feel like you've mastered this in other incarnations. So you have the balance. Yeah, with death, I feel like any hardship or darkness brings you closer to God or source. Heart of source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. You may feel as well, I just heard with that veil reference, I just heard tucked away. So there could be a period where you're really engaged in spiritual study, introspection. You may be led as well to sacred sites. It could be sacred sites. You know how some sacred sites you have to cover? Don't you have to cover your body or cover the crown? You could travel to certain locations as well, or be called on like a spiritual pilgrimage where that's the case. But I'm getting like there's deep spiritual work that you're doing or you have been doing. And it's creating like this ripple effect of blessings or miracles. So if you've really been engaging in spiritual study, prayer, meditation, I'm hearing because you are connecting with source, with the divine. But I keep getting this energy of keep flowing, serenity, surrender, look, breakthrough, leap of faith, freedom, new beginnings. Yeah, there's something you've prayed for that's coming in that's going to trigger a new beginning for you. And look, you have solar plexus and then you have sacral, perfectly balanced. Creativity, intimacy, inhibition, sitting above the Ace of Swords. So you could have had karmic patterns that you had to release around, or wounding to the divine feminine. You could have had incarnations as well in patriarchal structures, or I'm hearing certain traditions that, you know, that favor men is what I'm hearing. Not favor men, but male dominated religious traditions. And I'm hearing this could be in like the early part of this lifetime or past lives. I'm getting, look at this image and depiction. Again, divine mother. So there could be something about embodying that divine mother energy, but we have healed inner child, create inner safety, self-kindness. It's like you radiate this grace, compassion, love, but I'm getting again like Mother Mary energy here. There could be something significant around motherhood or nurturing others. We have fire and water. Stillness amidst turmoil. Feel emotional integration, sitting above the Hermit and the sacral chakra above. You've mastered, or you're here in this lifetime to master, again, the sacral chakra. Creativity, intimacy, could be like either motherhood or nurturing self, nurturing others. It doesn't have to be in the context of motherhood, but, or being a parent, regardless of gender, but it's like you're here to nurture and to heal any repressed emotions around, because as I was saying, you may have lived either in this lifetime or others in a society or culture where the feminine was repressed, or the feminine was seen as less than. There's some sort of healing or liberation of the divine feminine, regardless of your gender, whether you're masculine or feminine. We all have those balance of energies. Look, conception and sacral chakra. I select these cards face down. So you have sacral chakra twice with conception. And wasn't I saying Mother Mary, like Immaculate Conception? I don't know this. I don't know. I keep getting references to like Jesus, Mother Mary. I don't know what this, normally religion never comes into my readings. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focus, awareness, and intention. What was I saying before though about miracles? And it looks like luck or opportunity, but it's come through your energy field. When you think about Immaculate Conception, most people say that's impossible. There's a prayer that's going to be answered in your life that looks impossible, or that may seem impossible, but it's come through your faith. What is it? Like this, the smallest seed, I can't quote, I'm terrible at quoting things. The smallest seed, the faith of a mustard seed can move mountains. Is that one? I don't know. There's something around that. Sacral chakra, the frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires. Again, surrender, divine flow, and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. It's like you're using like the emotional body, the realm of, it's like you've attained self-mastery, spiritual mastery, perfection, or you're moving. And when I say perfect, I don't mean perfect in like the ego's sense of perfect, but divine perfection of heart and soul, of spirit. And it's like all these blessings are able to flow through you. And to some, it may feel miraculous to you as well, but there's something your faith and your spiritual practice and divinity is calling forth. So that's all I have for you. I just keep hearing as well, heart's desires fulfilled. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day.